When you think about where flour comes from, you're probably picturing golden fields of wheat, but the oldest flour ever found actually dates to before humans even started farming. In 2007, a group of archaeologists announced that they had found starch grains on the surface of a stone in Florence in Italy, suggesting that the stone could have been used to grind grain. Variations of this is how flour was made for thousands of years before the invention of modern mills. Quernstones, for example, are comprised of two circular stones stacked on top of each other. The grain was placed between them and the top stone turned, grinding the grain into flour. The same principle was then employed in industrial mills, but on a much larger scale and powered by water or wind rather than humans. This grinding leaves a residue on the surface of the stone, which archaeologists can look at under a microscope to see which plants were being ground. On the grindstone from Italy, they found multiple different types of plants, including rushes and grasses. Archaeologists can also study the wear patterns on the surface of tools to get an understanding of what they were used for, and it does seem in this case that the stone was used for grinding. But what's particularly interesting about this stone is that the site it was found at is a 25,000-year-old hunter-gatherer camp, meaning it predates the origin of farming by 15,000 years. The location is also intriguing. Farming started in Southwest Asia and spread up through Europe from there. But this stone shows that Upper Paleolithic people in Europe and possibly elsewhere were very capable of creating complex plant foods well before agriculture became the norm thousands of years later in the Neolithic. Although it's unlikely they would have been making pancakes with it, as milk would not become a thing for a while yet. This flour doesn't even have any wheat in it, it's gluten-free. I would not have survived the Neolithic.